Well, hi everyone. Long time no see. No road tripping this Easter holiday for me. Just a quiet, well, I was about to say a quiet weekend at home, but that's not true. I worked yesterday, my other job, and I'm going to the markets tomorrow, but I'll be resting on Monday. So I just did a bit of a Easter op shop and I got some really cool things. So I thought I might just do a quick haul with you because I know I haven't done that since I went on my little trip to Wollongong. So let's hit this up. I'm just gonna adjust that a little bit. It's still very warm and bright and all that out there in the world. And yeah, anyway. So let's get started. What do I want to start with? So I kind of had a bit of a list of things I wanted to get for the markets tomorrow, and it was studio pottery, it was boxes, some studio pottery mugs if I could, and then really just sort of anything that caught my eye. And then I always get a couple of things from my lovely cat lady, so I might just show you those first just because they're cute and, you know, why not. I got this it's just a little littered box. It's vintage, just made in Taiwan. Look at that sweetie on there. Tiny little nibble on the ear. But yeah, that's very cute. She'll love that. I also got this. This is from Italy. It's got a little signature on the back. Not uncommon, but look at those little guys hanging out there. Sweet. It's just a little littered, like a jewelry box sort of thing. Trinket box, I guess. So yeah, very cute. All right, so we might just launch into the pottery things, of which there are quite a few. I'm going to start with this, and this looks a bit like you got it at Kmart, and that's no disrespect to Kmart, but it's got like a gilded raised butterfly, very simplistic, just white, just a vase. But then when you turn it over, it's got Italy on the bottom and then a number. So that kind of was a bit of a surprise. So I have no idea, maybe it's 90s or maybe it was yesterday. I have no idea. So I'll have to do some research on that. I mean, it's pretty simple, so I guess it'll appeal to a lot of people. But yeah, obviously nice quality. So yeah, that was an unusual one. I also got this in the white kind of vein. This is USA pottery. You can tell it's vintage, it's got a little bit of age. It's very simple, but it's got a lovely little medallion sort of detail in the middle there. And these sort of things are always just handy for, I mean, you could use them for knickknacks, for jewelry, for key, I don't know. It's just lovely in the bathroom maybe, I don't know. It's really up to you. Or you could just use it as a bowl. I know, controversial, as an actual bowl, but it's lovely, nice simple glaze. I also got this. This is just a little studio pottery. I don't know what that, obviously it's Australia. I don't know if it says made in Australia. It doesn't really, or it might have a stamped name in there, but I really couldn't tell. It's just got a few details of piercing and some sort of pattern there, texture through there, but it's a lovely colour. I mean, it would just stand alone probably on a shelf, or you could use it as a vase if you wanted. That was $3. I'm going to give you a total at the end of what I spent. I went to 3 different places. So I went to 2 Vinnies. Sorry, I went to 4 places. I went to 2 Vinnies. No, 3. Sorry. 2 Vinnies and 1 Salvo's. And yes, with my little criteria. Okay, so that one. I also got a set of 6 of these, so I'm super happy about that. These are lovely. Look at the glaze. I think I have a jug in the same glaze, and I think that is in my studio storage. I'm going to go for a little scout later and see what I can find, but look at that. So pretty. So a full set of 6, all in really, really good condition, not a chip to be seen. And they're signed on the bottom. It looks like BMC. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, look, that one's probably a bit better. BM. So if anybody knows who that is, that'd be great. But anyway, really happy with that. That was exactly what I asked for. I also got this, and I know, you know, these probably don't get used very much anymore. It's a salt cellar. But look at the detail on that, the glaze and the flowers. I just thought that was really nice. So maybe you could repurpose it. I mean, it does have a hole in the top. You could put a little candle in there. You could put some bird food in there, put it out on your table or something. Anyway, I don't know, but it was just, it's really lovely. It's really good quality. It does have a signature on the bottom, of which I could not make out, but very confident. Big B, somebody might recognise that. I don't normally pick up crystalline glaze. I don't know, it's just not one of the things that has ever really appealed to me, probably because it's a bit shiny, and I really love like matte, you know, more neutral things. But this bowl is lovely, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful kind of turquoise glaze. It's by Rod Page from Bonnie Hills, apparently. Came with some information, which was great. So yeah, that's lovely. So that was a definite taker homer. And then I also got this kind of weird little mixing bowl. I don't know if this is new, part of a set. It's got a number 6 on the bottom. That's it though. And it's all like rough and then glazed around the edge. So great size, super useful. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So that's the pottery. And then I got a few, oh yeah, one more thing, a bit more, kind of going a bit more into the decorative. I got this bowl. It's got a really nice glaze, kind of neutral around the edge. Good size, could be a small fruit bowl. You could use it in the oven if you wanted to, just on a table, whatever. But yeah, this is lovely, and it's a nice weight. It's beautifully made. Show you those. I've got this lovely little ginger jar with the lid, which never happens. And it's a very primitive kind of illustration around it. Kind of, you can tell obviously it's handmade. Sorry, that was a bit of a weird spot to put you in. It was giving me like Turkish vibes, but then it's got the rings. And this has got rings on it, and then it's got a double ring around the bottom, and usually that's something usually Chinese. It's very I don't know how old it is. It's got a bit of age on the bottom. But anyway, it's lovely. So if you recognise this, if you know anything more about it, let me know. I did do a Google, but I couldn't find anything specific. I also got this. It's just an like terracotta earthenware little ewer. It's got a really nice texture. Oh yeah, so it would just add a real I guess sense of texture to a shelf, and that's all incised around there. Again, I couldn't find anything about it yet, but I haven't done a whole lot of research on that. But it's fairly primitive, and it has a few nicks and things on it, but nice, really really nice. I also got a few brass things, and I'll save my favourite things for the end. I got this, you've probably seen these before, just made in India, dolphins, you know, and that's just a sweet little, definitely just a little trinket dish that will sell in 2 seconds. I also got just a little spoon rest, studio pottery with a little knobby thing on the end, very nice. I got a little bit of wood. I got this. I don't know what this is, it's just appealed to me. Very, very simple. Could be commercial, it could be a scoop of some kind. I don't know what the wood is. It could be Japanese. I have no idea, but it's lovely. Yeah, so it needs a bit of a clean, so that will be my job. I also got some barware stuff. I got this monstrosity of a bottle opener. It's solid brass. It looks like a person. It's not signed or anything, but it's extremely cool. It's extremely heavy. Obviously it needs a bit of a clean. I paid $10 for it. Look how thick it is. So, and it's got like a, you know, industrial kind of edge on here. So it kind of, you know, for a minute it looks like it might have been made out of parts for something, but then It's all intentional as far as I can tell, so I'll be doing some research on that, but that's pretty cool. I also got these two vintage Japanese stainless steel teak. This came in a set, so obviously that's your bottle opener. That's your wine opener with a lovely handy little slicer here for the foil around the edge. So yeah, good condition. I also picked up a few little things for myself for my miniature pottery collection, for my miniature vases. So I got this tiny wee little thing with a sweet little flower. Signed on the bottom, again, don't know. Not sure who that is, but it's lovely. It ticks the boxes because it's the right size. I also got this interesting little thing. All sorts of things going on there with the glaze and the shape. It was also signed on the bottom, but it's slightly kind of impressed too far in and I can't really tell what it is, but I'll have a little look and see if I can find that out. And then this, I know these are dime a dozen. You probably see them everywhere, but it's just a lovely shape. Sweet little bit of gilding on there too. So yeah, it looks like a home job, maybe like a school project. It's a couple of different kinds of wood, mainly pine. But it fits nicely, the lid fits nicely. It's got like a little, you know, indented edge on the bottom. Super practical, look lovely on a bookshelf and just for your little treasures. I also picked this one up, which was I was super happy when I found this. So it's all hand carved. You can see the detail in the edges around there. It's got this lovely empty cartouche at the top, and then it's carved all the way around. And then the neat thing about it is it's a bit sneaky. So it's got like a locking mechanism to open the lid. You see that? So this slides over. And so in order to shut it, you have to have it slid and then you can lock it. And it's so well done, you can't see a single seam. So initially I thought, oh no, it's broken. But it's absolutely not broken. It's 100% meant to be that way. So it's possibly from India, though I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And the hinges are not terribly old. I mean, they're old, clearly, but they're stainless steel, not brass or steel. Anyway, nice, really nice. Lovely condition and kind of cute with the secret lock, so that adds another dimension there. And then we're almost at the end. I got this. Now this is a travertine catch-all, I guess. It has a removable brass tray, which is absolutely filthy, and I'm going to clean that no problem at all. It's in really good condition, you know, very Art Deco kind of style, but it did also come with this glass kind of insert to go in there. That's how it was sort of packaged. So I'm not sure about that. I mean, it does fit, granted. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to have a little sticky beak. Maybe, no, I can't imagine you just have it like that. No, that looks weird. I mean, you could just have it completely on its own. I guess it would damage the travertine over time. But again, I haven't done any research yet. It does look pretty old. It's got some really funky looking felt on the back. And I haven't peeled that off or anything to see if there's any other information on there. But yeah, anyway, I'll let you know if that's something special. And if that's not supposed to be on that, then I know I always have old guys looking for domed glass to put on clocks. So I could have myself a secret, a secret winner. I also I'm coming to the end now. I've got two things that are my special things to show you, but this is the nearly the last thing. This is a bit of a weird thing. I think it used to be a door knocker. It needs a bit of cleaning, but it would be a really sweet decorative piece. So you could easily just hang it, you know, rig up a little bit of a hanging thing here, possibly a little bit different. And I don't know who she is, but she's holding some kind of scroll or some kind of banner. So I'll have a look and see if I'm going to get a history lesson out of that. All right, now the last two things. So this is a really lovely vase. Look at the glaze. It's got this sort of soft blue glaze, and then it's kind of like an orangey pink with this graffito indentation all the way down it. Now I don't know who makes this, but when I just did a quick Google, it could be Danish. It could be Danish. So the ones I saw though, they were all signed on the bottom. This isn't signed that I can see, but it's definitely older. And it's just lovely. You can tell it's beautifully made. It's really heavy. It's got some sort of, you know, residue on the inside that, you know, tells me it's been around for quite a while. But it's really nice, really, really nice. Look at that. So I'll have to do a bit of research. But if I picked up some Danish pottery just at the Salvos / Vinnie's, I'll be very happy. Come say hi. This is Otto. And my son's just walking past. Otto. Oh, thanks. What are you doing? Do you want to hop down? You want to stay there? Okay, I've just got one more thing to show you. He just wants to have a little sniff around because he's curious like that. I think I'm going to put him down though because I don't want to break this thing I'm about to show you. Thank you. All right, and then this is my lucky last. For those of you that don't know, I love birds of prey. Probably one of my favorite things in the world. And I was very, very excited to see this up high on the shelf. It's pottery. It's glazed. I thought for a second that it was Lisa Larson. I nearly had a heart attack. But it's by a fellow called Stuart Bass, and I think he's from England. I'll have to do a little bit more of a deep dive into him, but there was a lot of listings coming up that were pie. What are they called? Pie. You know the birds, the pie birds. Yeah. So he makes a series of those. Obviously, this is not a pie bird. But there were a few other things like there was an owl, but I couldn't see too much else. The owl was listed for like £85. So, but again, I'll have to go in and do a little bit more research. But look, he's just lovely. He's so lovely. So I think this is going to be a keeper for me. I only paid $12, which is insane, just ludicrous. So no complaints. No complaints. So that's my my find of the day. Did you take a photo? What a weirdo. In total, I spent about $160 in the 3 shops. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'll try and do a little tally of what I will price things at. And then when I put this out, I'll do a before price and then a predicted price. Just so you get an idea of what kind of margin I use. And most of the time I get the price that I'm wanting. I do have a little bit of a wriggle room though, but depending on what I've paid for the item, and I like to be able to offer a discount if it's a lovely person, if they're buying a few things, and it depends on, you know, how much I've paid for the item as well. So anyway, seen anything here that you like and you want to ask me more about, please get in touch. If you haven't, maybe next time. Have a lovely rest of your Easter. I hope you get spoiled by the Easter Bunny tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks. Bye.